Brent Smith at Cage Rest. See, I'm so used to me and you doing this type of stuff. I'm not even nervous at all.
It's just like a normal egg cutting chat.
Yeah. There's a few people. Let's just wait for them to hook in. Okay, there's people. Cass Stevens. They're all jumping across to the different to another feed. Just okay. Let me just the text here. Just jump to the. Okay, no, we're back. Okay, so it
We're
looks like
back.
it's hooked up to the previous stream, and we're looking at eggs. I don't know what we're looking at. I thought this is something different we could do on a Thursday night or whenever there's eggs at your facility, Brent.
Facility, yes, facility.
And we'll see. So there's a few people. Jeremy, I'll just go through. You can see the people.
Cheers
So
up. Yeah, this setup's much better because I can see. G'day, Eddie. Just
yeah,
chatting to Eddie today about Qantas. If they could turn on some airplanes again, would be fantastic.
yeah, you've got. Let me just see. Jeremy Findlay, hello.
My boy Jezza.
Gaz Stevens, Eddie Darnell, hello. Yes. Caleb Teal, good day, mate.
Hey, boys.
Wall Roberts. Oh, it's quite busy. People are interested to see. I'm interested. I don't know. You mentioned something about Granite Jag, but I don't know. It could be anything in those eggs. We'll see. Have a look at
anything.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the odds as well. We're hoping the odds shine tonight. Brent, you're hoping it as well.
Possible. Not a huge clutch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Not bad. The girl's not huge. She's probably 2.5 kilos. She's actually, the pairing is Granite Jag, that is a post-head albino, to a proven double head girl, just a wild type girl.
Yep.
And funny story about the wild type girl, she's one that I produced myself from the original double head pairing I had.
Yep.
And grew her up and proved out to be, bred her back to the original double head male. Yep. And proved it out to be a double head, and people always say, oh, post double head, long odds. I kept back 3 girls, and she proved out. I think one other proved head Granite. The other one was a head albino. So,
look at
double head from a POS is always cool.
Look at this. Hang on. Look at this guy. Look at that.
Oh, Darren Whittaker, eh? the
thanks,
guy
mate.
who stumbles around finding eggs all day.
Because I didn't know that they were there. Let me just open this tub for the first time in 6 months. Huh?
Yeah, well, we should have got Darren in the chat. I'd love to hear him tell the story about how he found that clutch today. That was a cracker. I won't spoil it for you, Daz. You can tell it next time on the show how it came to be.
Oh, Darren just doesn't know it yet, but we're doing these egg cutting videos with him as well, So
I told him that it's going to be a regular feature. I said, we want to try it out. I mean, we've talked about it for a little while, and Darren even said when I talked to him the other night, we should do egg cutting. I said, yeah, of course we should. So, Darren, you'll be doing egg cutting surely too.
Yeah, but Darren's a little bit he's a little bit weary. He doesn't like to he just doesn't like to show the goods.
He'll show.
Incognito mode. He's like he likes to go through a VPN when he does his stuff, so nobody knows what he's got.
I don't know if Darren's big headset will get in the way of the eggs. So you'll be able to cut around that giant mouthpiece.
Might dip that mic of his into a little bit of albumin,
Yum.
Hurt the baby snake, smash it against its head or whatever. No, we're talking so much shit together. So tell me,
Darren Boswell, incubation days, day 57, I think, where we had due on the 22nd. What is today? Anybody?
No, yes, the 19th.
19th, yeah, 57 days out, so it's fairly close. I run my temps at 31, so they tend to go about this time, 58 to 59. See if on this is the one that sparked it, obviously. That's a giant cut there, giant cut in the back. So this one's had a fair crack at coming out by this time.
So just for the people that don't know, Brent, your approach to, you don't just start slashing open eggs. You wait for the egg to pip, don't you?
Yeah, if they go 60, I'll certainly cut them. When I say cut them, I would look at an egg like this and this that look to me like they're very ready and cut them. Things more like the other end of the scale, these that just aren't that sucked in yet. And if I cut those and they're a little bit wet, I'll just leave them alone.
Yeah.
You can certainly get to know the look of something that's ready to come out or be cut. So
Yeah.
if you cut one and they're very wet and full of fluid, then leave them alone. Give them another couple of days.
Yeah. So what did you say, just for people that are tuning in now? So there's like 40, 50 people watching already. So what are we looking at? So did you say you've proven this female out already in previous years?
Female, proven double head, granite albino. She
Okay.
produced albino granites for me a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
To a granite jag male that is post head albino. So I'm hoping he proves to be head, because I still, after 3 years of getting some albino granites, I have still not got the albino granite jag. So, and I
Oh,
think this will be the only clutch this year that it will be possible from.
okay. So let's. So Sarah Farrow said yes, she's got 3. I'll put her name. Put a little screen up here.
Hi, Sarah. I
She's
hope
got
they're behaving.
3 of your pythons, and she loves them. So that's good. That's good.
Awesome.
So let's get into it. What's your weapon of choice? You're not one of the. You don't use blades and.
Nah, I'm too scared for blade action. I'm not going to do, the retic style, cut. I use these. Which camera are we on? Do
Yeah.
these? They're nail scissors. They have a rounded tip on the end of them.
Yep.
So that you can't really go wrong. You can poke it into things and drive it around eggs and not really risk cutting anything.
Yeah.
I'm not skilled enough to use just a razor blade chopping like a crazy guy. So.
No, but I think it's. I mean, the whole thing with razor blades. It's like people saw it, somebody doing it on the internet, and then everybody had to do it. And there's better ways of doing it. It's because that's the approved method that some of the bigger guys over in the US use. I mean, it's not the best way.
Sure. I see Jay Brewer do it with retics, and I think retics, different species, much tougher. You can rip them out of the egg and just shove them back in.
Yeah.
Certainly wouldn't recommend that with some carpet stuff. So
let me just can you guys see? We're not dropping. This is a good stream, and I'm sure you can hear us. Okay, if you can't hear us, just yell out. But we're not likely won't be doing it. So what's the first one we got there?
This one just looks like a wild type to me. So
Darren's predictions coming to fruition.
All wild types, Darren says. Yeah. Thanks,
so
pal.
So you you open it.
Jaguar.
Jag. Is it jag? Yeah.
Jaguar. Just a normal jag.
A little bit closer to the camera. It keeps pulsing. It's there we go. Lovely stripe behind the neck. Is that a caramel? A hypo? No, we don't know.
No caramel. No, no caramel in this pairing.
There we go.
No caramel in this line, actually.
Pull a little bit down so it. No, just the egg. Yeah, there we go. That's sort of for future reference. That's sort of the spot where you have to hold it so it has a good focus. Yeah, there we go. So a little possible.
It'll be.
We don't know yet if it's 100% head or albino.
It'll be head granite, but pos head albino, I guess, because coming from a granite jag visual, everything will be 100% head granite.
Yeah,
I guess
albino yet.
No, I hope to see an albino, because that currently, I guess, if the thing doesn't prove out to be the granite jag proved to be het albino, we've only really got 4 outcomes: wild type, jaguar, granite, and granite jag.
When did they start to indent like that, Brent? When your incubator, where was this clutch? High up at the bottom, or up at the top, or down at the bottom? And when did they start indenting?
About the middle. I find they sink in after a week or so a little bit, like get a small indentation, and then pretty much within the last week, we start to see them really, really caving in, and where they're really absorbing all that yolk on the inside. So,
and it's usually after that first week when they start caving in that people start running around saying, "Oh, my eggs are collapsing. What do I do?" And you just leave it.
Panic.
They find that balance.
Oh, that looks ugly.
Oh, that's
I thought it was albino, but it's something very unhappy. Dead.
See how there's no veins on the. See how the veins are. There's no veins on the inside of the egg. That's usually a pretty good.
No development. It's underdeveloped snakes. Not developed any pattern.
Yeah, and it's it dead. It's dead. Yeah, I reckon dead or alive. That's interesting
Mm,
looking though, isn't it? But that's just because it hasn't developed.
yeah, underdone. May have died late in incubation time.
Oh, okay, look at it later.
Pull it out after some time and check it out.
Yeah. So see, usually when you open it up an egg like that, and the veins aren't nice and bright and red and thick, then on the shell itself, then you can usually say that it's something went wrong there.
Yeah, something didn't go as per plan.
Yeah. And remember, you can ask us a question if you need to know something. There we go. Oh,
Very dark.
damn you, Darren. That's a
Wild type, Darren. Thank you for the tip.
he's jinxed you, mate. Yeah.
And
Oh,
so what do we got?
we'll
What?
jinx him when his turn comes around. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's got a couple of monster clutches this year that he'll be looking for magic in.
Yeah.
So a wild type and a jag so far.
Yeah. Come on.
Something light would be nice, but it looks dark already.
Oh.
Yep. Quick glance look like a granite jag to me.
Yeah, it's got the.
Yep, little granite jag. You can see
Oh, that's good.
see that very fine lines down the side and that dorsal stripe down the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice little granite jag, but yeah, nothing albino, unfortunately. But
Not yet. But what's the odds in the clutch like that though? 25.
or half should be albino, so we really
Oh,
should be seeing
what,
albino something.
what was the male?
Granite jag, poss head albino.
But you know,
So
but it's not. Oh, okay. But the female, you know, is 100%. Was the female?
100%. Yep, 100 wild type, 100% double head. The female proven. So
Okay.
really, if he proved to be head albino, 8 outcomes, and pretty much 1 in 8 of all the outcomes of wild type jag, granite jag, albino jag, and then albino granite jag. So,
Uh,
but this is looking dark as well by the look of it. So
it's
we're not
still
looking good
still not
for.
over. That's nice though.
Well, that's another granite jag.
Oh, hard life, huh?
Tough life. It's a nice healthy one. He's got his head straight up, and that's what I like to try and give him a little bit of a, the
Yeah,
ones that are ready, a little bit of a poke around in the egg and get that head to the top so that they can start to breathe by themselves.
that's
But a
good.
nice little granite jag.
You spent
Nice
on that. Nice.
dorsal line.
And remember that you can contact Brent at KHP Reptiles if you're interested in anything. He usually aims to please and helps people out all the way through.
I'll do my best. Do my
Uh,
best. Look at
Look
that.
at that
Look at
guy.
that little fella, eh?
Yeah.
Poking straight on out.
What's
And
that?
he's coming out to talk to Darren Whitaker. Look, Darren, wild type, mate. Wild type, mate.
There we go.
But certainly ready to be coming out for action when they basically pop their head out and start to push out of the egg. But you can go back in there, little fella.
Darren Boswell says there's still a bit of yolk there to absorb on them on that.
Yeah,
on
for
those.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Eager. They're always eager to get out, but you know.
Yep, and I find blackheads especially, they can come racing out at that point. So I quite often like to steer them back in, and that's why I cut that the C top on it, so you can basically close the flap up,
Yeah.
and put them back in for some time to keep cooking.
Now, once you open them up, you don't mess around with them because I've noticed that the more you mess around with eggs that have been cut, the better the chances are that they climb out and they rip their their yolk sac off and stuff like that.
Yep, absolutely. I
So
pretty
just
much
leave them alone. You know?
leave them alone, put them back, and let them be. So,
Can I jag? No, no.
wild type,
Yeah.
Darren Whitaker special.
Oh, it's a good. Come on. There's still a few there. Come on, it's still within the real possibility of hitting the odds on there. If not, then there's always next time, huh?
Couple of nice granites would be good. Certainly not looking anything albino. Which is
You've had really good luck with granite jags over the years. I mean, you find them to be more granite. Like your odds are better to get a hit a granite jag than a granite.
No, that a fairly even mixture, I would say, of the odds pan out. Obviously, the more you do, the more they get closer to the ratio. So
Nice and light, that one.
like a Jaguar.
Anthony O'Daniel asks, how long after you cut them, let me just put it on there, how long after you cut them should they come out of the egg?
24 hours, I reckon you will see the majority of them out. Certainly within 48, I would say you'd want anything that's good is going to be out in 48.
Yeah.
If it's not out by 2 days, you've generally got something that's kinked in the egg, or cord wrapped around it, or it's dead, not coming out. So not much ever stays in that long and is okay. So I generally have a look at another granite jag. I generally have a look after a day, and if they haven't got their head up and breathing themselves, I sort of like to give them that point a little bit of a poke and try and get the head towards the top.
Hold that one up. Hold that one up a little bit closer to the camera, mate. Let's just have a look at that. Okay, it's also nice and not as I think one of the previous ones. The second one was a really nice looking one. That's nice as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice one. So yeah, I certainly think if they can't see action, in 48 hours, I'd be certainly having a further little dig and investigation into the egg to see what's happening. And you can save a snake's life if it's just tangled up and can't get itself free. You can shuffle things around in there and get things out and about.
Yeah. Oh.
Jaguar, alive and well.
Yeah.
But,
they definitely have that Darwin look to them, don't they?
Yeah, much like a
Jaguar Darwin. Yeah.
Darwin Jaguar.
Oh yeah, whatever. 5 to go.
Yeah, I can pretty much kiss goodbye to the albino dream. You're gonna have to try that pairing next year with something else. I might have to use albino granite to something that's gonna make the odds a little bit easier. Another just straight up Jaguar. And see, ones like that are the ones that concern me with the big, you see the cord very thick across the top there. If you get that snake gets wrapped up in that and doesn't want to get itself free, I'm not going to pull it apart now, but certainly by tomorrow, if that thing's not showing some signs, good signs when you see bubbles like that, because it's snake heads under there starting to move around and start to breathe by itself. You want to see those heads pop up within the first day, otherwise they do not pop up and they will never come out of that egg. This one looks a little underdone.
Yeah, it's all very round, isn't it? It's very thin, that shell, though. That's usually a good sign if the shell's gotten thin like that. Wild type. There we go, Darren. Just for you.
Type, just for Dazza. Standard wild type. And yeah, very wet. So that to me is an egg that needed 2 more days cooking, far from ready to be out. But so I'll keep the lid on that, and you can almost, you can't seal them back up, but you can basically just rub them back around and get some sort of seal back on it that it can sit back in the tub for a day or 2 and be happy.
Oh, that's really got some good numbers watching, Brent.
That's good. We might do a few more. There's always something cool coming out, and clutches like this are cool that I don't know what's happening. I've got no idea, with crosshead stuff. It's just it's the luck of the draw. You get what you get, so you can share disappointment or happiness. It's just a Jaguar, again, wet down this end of the tub. I'd say this end of the tub is the end of the tub facing the front, the glass of the incubator, which is always that little bit cooler than the other 3 sides that have the heat cable on them running non-stop. That's where you tend to see a lot of the condensation build up on the fronts, just from that temperature difference.
Oh, there you go.
We haven't had any granites yet. I just would like a standard granite. It'd be nice. A little bit of my favourites, the standard granites. And that is just a wild type. There's some pretty cool patterns on the side
there. Yeah, I was listening to little circles.
Like little ocelots.
You should, call it an ocelot. Call it something new,
Hey, granite, ocelot line.
Ocelot granite. Yeah, there we go.
Cool pattern though for a wild type. We'd be keen to see that out.
Yeah.
You
Oh, nice.
quite often get some awesome patterns and striping in some of these things in some of these double head clutches. Some of the wild types are really nice snakes.
Come on, Granite.
A granite to end it would
Yeah,
be lovely.
just one
Just
Granite.
one, please.
Man,
One
how
out
are
of
those odds though? How
15.
many eggs were in that clutch?
15 eggs, and we've basically got 4 outcomes on this, so we should really have seen 3 to 4 of each morph.
Yeah.
Hey, granite. There we go.
So do I get it if
Lucky
I call
last,
it?
eh?
I get it if I call it, don't I?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. He's,
Maybe
he's
in
getting.
another few years or so. Yeah. That's
I'll
good.
hold it for till one day.
Let's have a good look at that. Well, a little bit closer. I'll tell you when the camera starts going. Oh, come on, come on. Oh no, that's
It's going out.
yeah, it's out of focus. Oh, God.
Uh,
We'll up your camera game soon, mate.
yeah, we'll get this COVID out of the way, and I can one
It's
day
al-
hope to be a studio.
it's always nice. They've got such a different pattern to another carpet, don't they?
Yes, that fully exploded look straight up is
Yeah,
fantastic. So
that's very reduced as well, though. So very cool.
yeah, it's one of the nice little lighter ones. You can quite often pick them in the egg now. You can almost see the dark lines of pattern vertically on some of the darker ones straight up, and
Yeah.
many of them have that really exploded look straight out of the egg, and they just hold it.
Are you sure
And
that's
this
not?
is
I mean, is it caramel? I think it looks like a caramel to me. Huh?
no caramel. This is
I
just a
just
granite.
I'm just I'm just
I
there we
know
go.
what you're saying.
Yeah, Drew Teabag Furlong. He says, "I think you should. I think I should have that granite." Yeah, I don't know. You have to
It's a
buy it.
nice animal. Nice animal. Well, it depends on
Oh,
sexes. So,
yeah, but Brent offloads. Is one of the few guys
boys,
that are making
so
these in reasonable numbers.
I do like to keep quite a few of the girls.
Yeah,
Seems to be my favourite. So,
let me go. Get
so
bigger.
not. What do we end up with? Quite a lot of wild types tend to win the race in this clutch. One, two, three, four, 5 wild types.
3
Uh,
granite jags.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just straight Jaguars. So we got 10 out on the normal side.
Yeah.
And yeah, 3 granite Jags and 1 straight granite and 1 that sadly did not make it. And if I had to guess, I would say that was a granite in the making,
Yeah.
purely based on the faint pattern I can see in it.
Yeah, it looks. It look. I almost thought it looked like a super zebra, and I thought, yeah, okay, that'd be odd to have a
Yeah,
super zebra. It looks
yep.
like a super zebra in that egg.
I don't know if you can see it. There's almost like the granite patterning just very faintly coming
Just,
through on it.
just cut the egg. Just cut the egg bigger. The hole. Yeah, you don't have to peel it open like it's definitely dead. I mean, there's no veins in there, so
No, she's
it's not smelly or anything. I mean, it's probably just developed slower, and it just died. You know, towards.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Occasionally, those things just
What's the head?
don't quite make it.
You see if you can fish out the head. Usually the heads are all messed up with those things.
Yeah, there's the head on it there.
Oh, shame, huh? Oh, it's never always sad to see them when they just die like that. But that's definitely a different looking snake. But you can see it's underdeveloped. It'd be nice if
Yeah,
you get one out like that that looked like that. It'd be crazy.
you can see the head on it, how small the head is,
Yeah,
in proportion wise. But lots of things can go wrong, certainly in development stages, and then they're not even in the clear once they're out of the egg. They've still got a lot of things going on, and a lot of things need to go right for them
yeah.
to get out and shed, feed, and until they've had 10 feeds, they're still a risk, that doesn't always go perfectly in that first few months of life. So,
Somebody,
yeah, so
somebody's
5
just
5, lots of wild types, lots of jags. Hopefully, there's some females in there because the female ones are always popular and good to hold back and prove out for later projects. So.
okay. Well, we don't want to overdo these. That's good. There's was 60 people watching, so and I'm sure we'll get quite a few views. Let us know if you want more of these type of this type of content on the show. I think it'd be. I liked it. It was nice. I think it was. I'll tell you how long this went for. 25 minutes, you got it done?
That's
Always
enough. I think like a 15-minute quick cut and shut should be good for a few more clutches.
cut and shit talk. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Okay, so thanks, Brent.
Thank you. We'll reconvene in a few more days. What's the scoreboard up next? Next clutch was a total disaster. That one went in the bin. So yeah, a couple of little Antaresia clutches, and then actually 7th of the 10th will be the most exciting one for me, the albino granite girl to Ghost Jag, which will all just be some triple head stuff, but be nice to see.
That's the Darren wild type clutch with some Jags.
Yeah, hey, that's the wild type. The caramel, the real caramel triple heads and caramel Jag triple heads. They will be a cool clutch. I'm keen to see what comes out of that looks caramel triple head.
And then you're doing there's a super zebra clutch later in the season as well, yeah?
Yeah, super zebra to a Sunglow zebra Jag.
Yes.
And that super zebra is also poss head albino. It's the only reason I wanted to prove her out. She made all those freaky zebras last year.
Oh.
So keen to see. She makes some beautiful animals. So if she proved head albino, that would be sensational. Since this one didn't, the odds are that one should be. It's only fair.
Well, I'm sure all of us are looking forward to that. We got some great feedback. I'm sure you can go through there and have a look afterwards. Yep. Everybody's given the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and thanks, Brent.
Thanks, guys.
And I'll chat to you now. Let me just log this out. So see you guys next time. These things will just happen. So you have to keep coming back to the page, and we're not going to announce it. We're just going to go live and see how we go. So if you enjoyed this stuff, drop us a message, drop a comment, and we'll see if we can. I definitely want to do more of these. I think it's great. Thursday night.
Well, we don't know. I come home from work in a mad rush and eat dinner, and I was late home tonight and pretty much strolled in the snake room, looking in the shelf, and there's a slit egg. So it's a message, and 10 minutes later we're live. So it'll just happen.
Yeah, you've got the MI supers, yes, please. There we go. So you've got the KHP fan club there.
Emma, she loves the supers.
I just bring people together. That's what I do.
That's what it's all about.
All right. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.